Oh, I can't even see you trying to get inside the room. Okay. Yo, if I'm about to start this in a minute. Send this out to you more people.
It's not like you're doing it with my fingers, and I'm meaning that too.
Amazing.
Steak is amazing, but these are.
Sean didn't even say anything. I didn't know you were on. We got Sultan, Lance. We're going to start this in a minute, honestly. Okay, let me see what else. Oh, gotta plug my door.
The script.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna start it now. Everyone forgive me for starting this call late.
Really fucking amazing.
Honestly, I lost track of time. It is 3 hours back over here where I'm at. So I honestly lost track of time. But let's go over this, right? So a lot of persons were saying, oh, the market was affected by the tax rates or whatever was affected. So I just want to go over that first, where it really wasn't affected by that. It was technicals, right? And this is what we caught inside the signal group. The whole drop where it really was out of resistance, and we expected it to actually touch this level. So you can see at GBP JPY as well, where we expected it as well, because it was at a QP. So let's go over US30 first. We're just sticking straight to US30, right? So this is a free training, so a lot of you don't have the course, but US30, GBP JPY, NAS 100, GBP USD. I don't trade it anymore. But I should still have the PVPs on the chart. Just want to show you it so you can know as well. Awesome is still here. It's ran by quarter points, right? And by quarter points, what I mean is the last 3 numbers on GBP JPY and GBP USD is a quarter point. So in between each one of these points is 25 points, right? 25 points, as you can see right here. So the numbers you want to remember is simple. 000, 250, 500, 750, right? So I'm gonna give everyone a chance to write that down or screenshot it. All right, perfect. So what you're gonna do for GBP USD, GU pays more than GJ, but GJ does more pips than GU. So I prefer more pips than pays more, to be honest, because the lot size determines everything, right? So for GU, it'll be like this, right? What's the price? 39. And these numbers right here would be the QP. All right. So not going to look at GU. I don't recommend you trade that. I recommend you trade just these pairs that I have on the screen, GJ and US30. And honestly, if you're just trading US30, you don't need to trade currency. It's for persons that have small account. NAS 100 and US30 moves the same. I don't mark up NAS 100 because US30 and NAS 100 moves the exact same, as you can see right here. So NAS 100, right? QPs as well. It's going to be the last 3 points. And I'm going to give you this broker when you're choosing it for TradingView. Not a lot of people know this. When you're doing it for TradingView for US30, you want to look for Global Prime, all right? It lines up with the broker we use, FX Choice, and your FTMO. So remember this, Global Prime. Do not choose the first one. Global Prime. It lines up almost the exact same one as FTMO, like maybe 1 point off, but lines up exactly with FX Choice, all right? So the next thing you're going to do is whenever you're marking this up, you only want to pay attention to the daily, to the 50-minute time frame. 5 minute if we're doing a quick scalp. You could do the monthly, honestly, but it does the exact same thing as just going up, so you need to pay attention to that. The weekly, I look at it sometimes, and it's just really just to give me the strong support and resistance. As you can see, I have that mark off right here. So based on the following week that's coming, if it does not shoot up, this right here would obviously be my weekly resistance, all right, family? But it's not a new week yet, so I can't say. So the daily time frame, you want to mark up your support and your resistance. So use the QPs just to align to say, you know, where is your support, where is your resistance. As we can see right here, remember for support, you need a bearish candle and a bullish candle. For resistance, you need that open side. For resistance, you need a bullish and a bearish candle. Always remember that. All right. So this right here is resistance. All right. Now, let me go over QPs again for persons that don't know. At a quarter point is where price is going to turn around or continue. So whenever it enters a zone, it has to hit the next one. If it is a bullish market, when it enters this zone,
I'm not doing my fingers. This is
when it enters the next zone, it is going to hit the next one. All right. So let me give an example. As we could see right here, would have been quarter points, but I don't have it marked off. I erased them. From it into this zone, it is a bullish market. You got an order block. So order block is something I have to dive in deep. You can watch videos on it on YouTube from London Boys if you want. But let's make sure I know what is inside the waiting room. Awesome. So from it enters a quarter point, and this is a bullish market, it is going to hit the next one. It may retrace to basically just test it again because it could be a support zone or a resistance zone that it previously broke. And for everyone that don't know, whenever price breaks support, it's going to test it again. Whenever it breaks resistance, it's going to test it again. Go write that down if you don't already know it. So what you're going to do is mark off your support and your resistance, your quarter points. You're going to look at the news just to know, all right, I can expect a spike today because of the news injection. But technicals are everything, all right? So after you have your support and your resistance mark off for the daily, you're going to go into your 4 hour. That's the next major thing because it obeys that a lot. All right, so I use my rectangle box. I have it as a favorite. You can favorite it from right here. And it'll be at the bottom. Now, I color code my stuff, right? So red is daily, orange is 4 hour, blue is 1 hour, black is 15 minutes and below, right? So let me just make that. So right here was a major resistance level for me. From it formed resistance right here, actually, and I just drag it over here just so I can know, and I drag it into the future. Now, price came down and formed a new support. I actually spotted that on the 50-minute time frame, but I drew it on my 4 hour just so I can know it's a strong one. As you can see right here, we caught this move as well. But let's go back to the 4 hour. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag your support zone into the future, because this is a 4-hour support. This is a major support level. And when it comes in this area, you're going to be looking for it to either break the zone, or going to be looking for it to, break it to go to resistance, or break it to go to sell. Now, it tested our daily resistance. This is a super strong resistance level. From it tests it, I entered on the sell, right? Because on the 15-minute time frame, I'm going to get to that. On the 15-minute time frame, wait, let me make sure I'm in the chat box right. On the 50-minute time frame, when it tested it, you see it had an order block form, right? And order blocks are everything. So from me saw that form, I entered it, I got my 60 pips, and I was out. So, oh my gosh.
You don't have a choice. I'm alone and I'm eating.
So on my 50-minute time frame, right?
Pretty good.
You're gonna look for order blocks more than anything. So sorry, give me a second. So we had our order block form on our 50-minute time frame, right? And what you want to do, what you can do, what you might miss a move, is you can wait for that candle to close. So if you have MT4, it's a free indicator where it shows you the time frame for that candle to close. And I can remember the website to get it from. You can DM me, I'll just send you it for free. Only you could use on a laptop, but I would help you as well to let you know when that candle will close for that time frame. And you can wait for it to close, but you might miss a lot of pips, right? So, wait, am I muted? All right, awesome.
Just a vegetable.
No,
carrot.
stop. Yeah, Eugene, I see you. So what we're gonna do, right, is from you see that order block form. Better yet, to make this more easier, what I'm going to do is do it like it's a live trade, right? We're gonna mark it up like it's a live trade, because anyone can backtest old data if you already see it's there. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna play this whole move out from from over here, right? No, from before that drop happened. So I could show you. All right, yeah, that was right there. And psychology is everything as well, right? So just to tap into psychology, a lot of you may have a strategy, right? And so a lot of you may have a strategy, right? And because you lose like twice or 3 times, you're going to think, damn, I need a new strategy. But you don't, right? Because the losses are supposed to happen. Like you need to stick with your strategy, even if you lose 5 times. Because look at the amount of times you won with it. Not just because you lost those 5 times, meaning you need to switch your trading strategy, right? So let's act like we're going to predict this whole move. So what I normally do is I draw my fibs on the 4-hour, the 1-hour, and the 50-minute. Like it has to line up. So let me just make sure, put the steps here again, just so everyone can see. So market structure is what you really want to look at. The first thing you want to do. The second is draw your QPs. QPs, awesome. The third thing what you want to do is identify, if you're entering a trade at that moment, any order blocks, right? So that's the main key thing when it comes to trading US30 as well. And then the next thing is you want to do, draw your fibs. That's simple. Oh, my bad, I forgot a step. This is actually step 5, my bad. Step 4 would be looking at patterns. Chart and candlestick patterns. If you don't know any of your candlestick or chart patterns, do not trade US30. We need to train your eyes to spot this on the point, honestly. This is a major, major, major thing. You have to be able to identify these chart and candlestick patterns, right? And you don't want to get fake out. So like right here, most persons would, see it. They'd enter the trade like midway and it would go back up and they would probably close it because they think they were wrong because their analysis looked like it actually came back down. So everything is psychology. Everyone should have screenshot this by now. Let's get rid of that. So how I would have caught this move. So when you're drawing your fibs, you want to draw it from the relative high. I'm gonna get rid of this zone stuff. All right, awesome. You want to draw it from the relative low to the relative high if you're looking to buy, all right? This is a 4 hour. So it's, the setup may take a little bit longer. What you're going to do is drag it from the relative low to the relative high, which is right here. Because you had a resistance form right here, right? So right here is the golden zone, the 50 to the 6, the 50% to the 0.618, right? Remember those settings. So this right here is the golden zone where you want to enter your trade. Now, whenever I'm trading US30, it's always 40 to 60 pip stop, 60 point stop loss to 120 to 180 points. And that's on scalping, all right? So right here would have been my take profit. And right here would have been my stop loss. Real quick call. Boom. Beautiful, right? So let me show you how sexy the setup would have been, right? You enter the trade, minimum drawdown, hit take profit. You're going to take profit at take profit 1 right here. 0.236 is always take profit 1 for our team. Right here, 120 pips, easy money. And it still continued, right? It still continued. So that's the fibs right there. But I never enter off the 4 hour. I always go down to the 1 hour now. This is where I would draw my support and my resistance. So obviously right here, you can see it's resistance level. I'd definitely, if this was current price at that moment, I'd take out my rectangle box, draw my support. I change the color so I could know it is my 1 hour time frame. Right here, awesome. Now I know when price comes back at this level, I need to be cautious to know, all right, if it breaks this, enter off of, other confluences that I have, or flip to sell again. But so what I now do as well, to draw my fibs again, I'm gonna have to draw it. So I'm gonna put right here, top here, line up, awesome. I'll go to my 15 minute. Where are we? All right, right here. I'm gonna draw my fibs again. So remember, relative low to relative high, which is right up here. I might align perfectly. So what I would have done, like I said, is set a take buy limit, because from informed resistance up here, I'd have just been patient. You don't want to wait, right? I mean, you don't want to enter on a buy. Like right here, you're gonna see it going up. Most people enter off impulse. You don't want to do that. You set your 40 stop or 60 point stop loss if you want. Just make sure your risk to reward is 1 to 3 or 1 to 2, all right? So you enter on that, you put your take profit, could be take profit 1, take profit 2, which is 120 points, or it could just be 60 points, which is 1 to 1. Honestly, that means if you lose a trade, you lose half of the money you made based off the risk to reward ratio. Any questions?
That's the best part. You have to share that with the pile. That's the best part of the first piece.
Does anyone have any questions?
Nah, that was solid to me, bro.
All right, bro. Awesome. Awesome. So now let's go off of the QPs. So never swing trade US30 unless you have an account size of $100,000, which most people don't have unless you have FTMO, of course. But GJ, you could definitely do it for. But US30 don't, right? So within US30, there's 150 points in between each one. So you don't want to do that, man, because this could flip the switch real quick. Let's go to GJ. You can swing trade this, right? So remember with GJ, because this is a bearish move, you can see it's a bearish move. Anytime it enters the next zone, it is going to hit. I mean, anytime it enters zone, it's going to hit the next zone. Even if it retests the previous QP, don't be faked out. I'm telling you. You can see it here. It entered this zone, came back, tested it, shot down. Tested it, shot down. So the QPs help you a whole lot. You want to get these on your chart. It aligns with your confluence, right? So let's just say, let's get rid of this, based off of, we're going to do a markup right now for Monday to Sunday, just so you all can witness it. So based on this, as we can see, obviously GJ is normally always bullish, right? So I definitely expect price to test on my weekly support level again, because the test of resistance going to come down, make a double bottom, come up. But so what you can do is, because I already have this markup, if you don't have yours markup, you need to. You could draw your trend line, just right here. Remember, wick to wick, if you want. I don't need that there, but you can do it if you want, just to help you. So what you can do now is draw your fibs from the relative high to the relative low, because we're looking for sells now. And you want to get it off of in between this golden zone on entry, right? So personally, I would still wait to see if it breaks this QP or it comes back up to enter. If it comes back up in here, I would enter for a seller, right? So my stop loss would always be between 15 and 30 pips. In this case, it's going to be at the next QP, because if it hits this and breaks past it, I'll just look for another re-entry. Stop loss is always 60 pips when it comes to GJ. It's 150 pips, all right? So I would be patient, wait for it to hit this level and come back down. But let's just look at how we would do a setup, right? So we could obviously, so the 4 hour right here is a support level, a support zone, and it's right at the QP. I want to mark that off. Awesome. We don't have to do it through the big wick, honestly. Let's change that color so we can do it a 4 hour. Easy, right? Then what you want to do, I just copy and paste it, just so I can easy to drag it up here. Money. Boom. Now what we're going to do is go down to the lower time frame and look to see what's going on, right? Awesome. So we can see what's now happening. So we could expect price to come back to this support level. See why it's so easy to draw these zones? I mean, why it's important? So now what we're going to do is be patient. You don't want to enter because it's in the middle of the zone. You're going to be patient and wait to see what happens on Sunday. You're not going to enter a trade on Sunday. Monday morning is when you want to enter the trade, right? Now, if it breaks this zone, honestly, it's a confirmation that it's going to drop, but you want to wait for it to retest, the correction move, right? Always remember that. Always remember that. Then you go down to the 15-minute and you look for entry if you're scalping. Intraday, always enter off the 4 hour, but you got to be patient, right? Any questions, family? All right, awesome. So that's the end of the call. Hope that helped everyone. Trading US30 is real simple. Don't make it complicated. Any YouTuber you see trading this pair and tells you all kind of other bullshit about liquidity and all this other stuff, it's really not important, because you don't want to swing trade this pair. As you can see, we have little to none losses with US30 inside the chat. And it's simple. Kiss, keep it super simple, right? So back test this pair. Make sure you practice it on demo as well with your broker, just so you could get a feel of how it moves, right? Because the psychology is everything with this pair. Every single thing with this pair. You don't want to get fake on, right?
All right, man. Appreciate it, bro. All
right, buddy. Take it easy, everyone.